So the next thing I want to show is how you would have your actual web page to take up 960 pixels, which is a good usual size for a web page, and then have that centered so that no matter what size your browser opens at, the web page will always be in the center. So if you remember, we actually had a thing called container. If we go back to our index, here we go, we have a class called container. Now if you remember from the earlier lecture, we said that if you use a class, we start with a period and then followed by the class name. So in this case, we have a dot container, or container, we start with dot container open brace. Now then, the first thing we're going to do is set the width, and we're going to set that to be 960 pixels. Px means pixels. We can use percents if we want to, or we can use another thing called EM, which is another measurement of size in our CSS. I like to use pixels because obviously you get an idea of on pixel sizes. So width of 960 pixels, and then next thing we want to do is margin, if I can spell it, and then set that to 0 and auto, and there we have it. That is all the code we need to center our container. Now at the moment you probably wouldn't be able to see much if I was to actually browse that page now, because we have the very close similar colors. You wouldn't be able to tell that it was centered, if it was a separate page or not. So what I'm going to do is I'm also going to change the background color at the moment to a nice light grey. Let's use that one. Save that. So now if we were to browse this page very briefly, we can see we have this ghost white background color, and we have the centered page. We bring that down a bit there so you can actually see it. We have the centered actual web page, where we have this nice grey background, and inside there we have all our divs, which again we can't see at the moment because we've not styled them. So that's actually how you would set the width of your web page and then center it within the overall page.